Hi, welcome back. If you've been following our channel, you know we're in the middle of a Fly Lady baby steps journey, and we have been, so it's a 31-day journey and we are on day 14, so we are halfway through. So well done if you have stuck around this long. If you haven't, totally fine. Go back to whatever weekday that you were on, whatever day you stopped on, and just jump right back in again. One of the things I like about the Fly Lady system is they say progress, not perfection. So what we're doing is we have been doing these small steps that get us going in the right direction. They aren't huge, they are manageable. If you find that any of them are a little bit too much, it's okay. Just slow down a little bit and practice on that one for a few more days before you move on to the next one to add the new one in. Today we are talking about calendars. So day 14 is about getting a calendar, getting all of our places we're meant to be, all of our appointments, our crazy life written down. So whether it's on your phone or on a paper calendar, we are just gathering everything into one place so that we don't miss things and we know what we're supposed to be doing on what day. We're keeping track of what's happening. So I think one of, the Fly Lady baby steps has been, a lot of them are about our home, shining our sink, decluttering, attacking hot spots. We can get our house under control. But additionally, we also want to get our brain under control. And if you're like me, if I have too many things floating around in my mind, I get really overwhelmed. Or if I'm trying to remember a whole lot of things, I start shutting down. And so what I need to do is I need to write things down, have them out of my mind and onto paper, or else it's almost like I have a capacity. And once I reach my capacity, it's like I'm just not going to remember anything else. Or I'm going to be in that constant state of, I feel like I'm forgetting something. What is it I'm forgetting? Well, and I don't like that feeling. I like feeling that I'm on top of things. And so anyway, what we're doing in this is we are setting ourselves up for success because we can't remember everything. And so if we are always thinking about all of these to-dos, I need to be in this place, I need to pick up my kids have a party at this place, I have this appointment. We are just going to have so many thoughts floating around in our head. And so we're going to set ourselves up for success, and we're going to stop forgetting appointments. We are going to be prepared for birthdays, things like that, because we already are aware of them happening and we have a plan in place. So today is about calendar. So now what that looks like is going to be up to you. Some people, my husband, for example, he's all about digital. So he definitely uses the Google Calendar a lot more than I do. Some people I know that use a diary, a journal, an appointment book. Other people use wall calendars, and that's what works for me, is a wall calendar, because I'm a visual person. I like to see it. I like to know how things fit together with other things. And so what I like to do is I like to get a calendar from a special place, and that works as sort of a clutter-free souvenir. And so, for example, last year we went to England, and so in the Peak District, it's absolutely gorgeous, and so I got, some calendars that represented that region. And so if you don't want to do any of that, if you are a bit short on money, it's totally fine. You could actually print out ones from the internet, just sort of a month at a glance or a week at a glance, and just print out however many you want to get ahead. So for months, if you want to go from now to the end of the year, or according to the academic year, just print those out. I write all of our family birthdays, just things that are going to be there throughout the year and I want to remember. So I'll take the list of our family birthdays and I'll just write them throughout the year. Anniversaries, holidays, like Father's Day, Mother's Day, if the calendar doesn't come with it already printed in. I have it written down. Say it's my mother's birthday is coming up, and so when I glance at it the week before, then I can think, oh, okay, I need to send a card or order a gift. If you live close, you might think, okay, I would like to take them out for dinner. So you can start planning. You can set yourself up to help ourselves, really. This is a tool to help ourselves. And then also like appointments, you have doctors or dentist appointments. I know like some insurances will actually charge you for missed appointments, or you know, if you're late to the appointment, you don't notice it until later on, and you have all of these other things that have dominoed into it, and you end up being late to the appointment, you miss your spot. And so that's one of the things that are fantastic. Or a meeting, things that you need to actually prepare something for. These are just a huge reminders that will serve us in the long run. You have the invitations come. My kids get invitations home, bring invitations home from school. So I want to write those birthday parties, things like that in their calendar. Or school, you know, we get the school calendar, you know, then you obviously want to make sure that you know what days they don't have school, or what weeks they have off, or, you know, teacher conferences, things that you want to make sure that you know ahead of time. And then you write it on your calendar, then you can get rid of that piece of paper. You don't have it sitting in your hotspot, just accumulating. Or a birthday party invitation, you know, just write it down and then you get rid of it. Obviously, if it's an RSVP situation, you want to deal with that. We want to be conscientious and courteous to the other people in our lives, and so we can actually be proactive about it. As soon as it comes in, we can deal with it, write it down so we don't forget. Or if we've RSVP'd saying we're coming, but then we forget about the event, we don't go. You know, you don't want your kid to miss out on a party or a fun event that they could have gone to because we forgot about it. It wasn't on our calendar. So we write things down. It helps us stay on top of it and know kind of how our week is going to plan out, instead of just dealing with things as they come. Flying by the seat of your pants is never fun. So I don't know if that idiom translates in other languages. Sorry. My husband's English, and the word pants is underwear. So I know it doesn't work in a lot of contexts. But so that's one of the things I really like, is just we can do away with clutter, both mental as well as physical clutter. I think it's all about setting ourselves up for success, isn't it? If we know something's going to happen, then we can take whatever steps we need to. We're not on our way to the birthday party frantically making sure that we leave in time to stop at the store to get a present on the way there, you know, or it's like we actually can accomplish these things ahead of time, or makes our lives run a lot smoother. So today it's all about the calendar. Find out whatever system works well for you. Oh, I forgot to mention, what I like to do is, because, so this is we do the yearly calendar, or the monthly wall calendar. So here's where we're at right now. And then, you know, you can see it's not even the best handwriting. It's okay. What it does is I can just glance to see, oh, my kids have a sleepover here, or I can't forget the fact that I don't have school on Tuesday. And additionally on that, Tuesday's a holiday here. And so if I look at it if I have it written down on my calendar, that gives us the opportunity to plan like there's a lot of historical sites in our country, but it would be like a day trip. And so then that way, if I know ahead of time, it's, oh yeah, that's right, they don't have school. Hey, guess what? We also don't work. That's fantastic, because maybe we can make a day trip out to that place. So it just gives you a lot more freedom, instead of like waking up the morning of and getting dressed for school and like, wait a second, you don't even have school. You know, you can actually turn it around and have a fun outing or something. Anyway, so write things down on the list. You can use it for like planning. Here you see I have November overview. Here it's the end of October. That way, if somebody has a birthday on the 1st, I already have it ahead of time in my mind to start planning for that. Or I even have like my dog's medicine, you know, because I have to give her medicine once a month. So I plug that in. Now, if you have a wall calendar that goes on to the next year, like say you have one of those 18-month calendars, then that's fine. You can just keep adding to it. But I don't. And I have things that need to happen in January. And so what I'll do, or next year at some point, but because I don't have a next year, this just goes up to December. What I do is I just paper clip it, you know, or staple it to the end of to December, so that when December comes, by then I'll already have another calendar. And so I can just transpose those things to the next year. So this just helps us stay, we don't have to remember everything. Like my son needs to go for a doctor's appointment when he's 4. I don't keep a calendar for 2 years out, but what I can do is I can just post it onto here, and then I can post it onto the end of next year. And I don't have to remember that. And I don't have to question, oh, when is this doctor's, when do I need to get him in for his next appointment? He's 2.5. I'm not going to remember until he's 4. And so it just like these little notes to help us have to not keep everything in our heads and to not miss things that we want to be a part of, or to not be frantic at the last minute. So that's the calendar challenge for the day 14, halfway through basically. So well done. Keep strong, shine your sink, get dressed, set yourself up for success, guys. We can do it.